Welcome to Basketball U. If you're new to Basketball U, make sure you slam dunk that subscribe button. And just to make sure you don't miss a thing, make sure you tap that notification bell right after you hit that subscribe button. Basketball U, welcome back. It's great to see you. If you are ready for this edition of Role Players, be sure to hit that like button. Today, we are talking about this big shot that has won 7 NBA championships, who is also the greatest clutch shooter, performer, and winner in NBA history. Basketball U family, we would like to bring to you Robert Horry. Robert Horry was born in Hartford County, Maryland. Soon afterwards, his father, Staff Sergeant Robert Horry Sr., divorced his mother, Layla, and moved to South Carolina. Horry grew up in Andalusia, Alabama. Later, when Robert Sr. was stationed at Fort Benning, Georgia, the father and son met weekly. As a senior at Andalusia High School, Horry won the Naismith Alabama High School Player of the Year award. At the University of Alabama, he played basketball for Coach Wimp Sanderson, and he was a teammate of fellow future NBA player Latrell Sprewell. At Alabama, Horry started 108 of the 133 games he played, and helped the Tide win 3 SEC tournament titles, and twice reach the NCAA's Sweet 16 round. Alabama complied a 98-win, 36-loss record during his 4 seasons. Horry set a school record for career block shots with 282. He was selected to the All-Southeastern Conference, the SEC All-Defensive, and the SEC All-Academic teams. Horry was selected 11th overall in the 1992 NBA Draft by the Houston Rockets as a small forward. He spent his first 4 seasons with the Rockets, helping them win the NBA championship in 1994 and 1995. While in the finals, Horry set an individual NBA Finals record with 7 steals in a game, and also hit 5 3-pointers in a quarter. During his years with the Rockets, Horry wore number 25. Horry's clutch tendencies were apparent as early as his rookie year. In Game 7 of the 1993 Western Conference semifinals against the Seattle Supersonics, Horry nailed a clutch jumper with the shot clock expiring and 33 seconds left in regulation to put the Rockets up 93-91. The Rockets, however, would lose in overtime. In February 1994, he and Matt Bullard were traded to the Detroit Pistons for Sean Elliott, but Elliott failed a physical because of kidney problems, and the trade was rescinded. Horry said that the trade falling through probably saved his career. Horry went on to be a key member of the Rockets' title teams and began to build his big shot reputation with a game-winning jumper with 6.5 seconds left in Game 1 of the 1995 Western Conference Finals versus the San Antonio Spurs, and hitting a 3 to put Houston up 104-100 with 14.1 seconds left in a 106-103 win in Game 6 of the NBA Finals against the Orlando Magic. Following the victory of the 1995 NBA Finals, Horry and the Rockets will win their 2nd NBA championship. Horry said that out of his 7 championship victories, this was the one he was the most proud of because the Rockets were the 6th seed in the Western Conference. On August 19, 1996, Horry was traded to the Phoenix Suns along with Sam Cassell, Chucky Brown, and Mark Bryant for former NBA Most Valuable Player Charles Barkley. Horry had been criticized in Houston for not taking enough shots, and felt that was what prompted the Rockets to trade him. After joining the Suns, Horry had an on-court altercation with coach Danny Ainge, during which Horry threw a towel at Ainge. The incident with Ainge led to Horry's suspension and trade to the Los Angeles Lakers on January 10, 1997, for Cedric Ceballos. Because the Lakers had retired jersey number 25 to honor Gail Goodrich, Horry wore the number 5 instead. During the 1999-2000 season, Horry played behind AC Green, but frequently garnered more minutes off the bench than the starters, especially during the playoffs. In the 2000 finals against the Indiana Pacers, the Lakers took a 2-1 lead into Game 4 in Indiana. The game went into overtime. Shaquille O'Neal fouled out, but Kobe Bryant led a run to seal the Laker victory. Horry finished with 17 points in 37 minutes, his high for the finals, and won his third championship as the Lakers defeated the Pacers 4-2. Horry averaged 7.6 points and 5.4 rebounds in 27 minutes per game throughout the 2000 playoffs. In the 2000-2001 season, Horry played behind Horace Grant, but once again played big minutes in the playoffs. He played in 16 of Lakers' 2001 playoffs games, averaging 5.9 points per game. In the finals against the Philadelphia 76ers, the Lakers dropped Game 1 before winning Game 2. In Game 3 in Philadelphia, Horry scored 12 of his 15 points in the fourth quarter, including a critical three-pointer with 47.1 seconds left in the fourth quarter to make it 92-88, followed by making one of 2 free throws with 21 seconds left to help seal a 96-91 Laker victory. In Game 4, Horry made 3 of the Lakers' 10 total three-pointers as the Lakers rolled to a 100-86 victory. The Lakers won Game 5 108-96 to clinch their second straight championship. Horry stated this victory to be the second most proudest of his career, following the 1995 NBA Finals. In the 2001-02 season, Horry was the backup power forward to Samaki Walker, although he started in 23 games. In the playoffs, Horry started 14 of the Lakers' 19 games, playing an average of 37 minutes a game with averages of 9.3 points and 8.1 rebounds a game. Horry's reputation for clutch play was elevated in Game 4 of the 2002 Western Conference Finals against the Sacramento Kings. Trailing 2-1 in the series and facing Game 5 in Sacramento, the Lakers were down by as many as 24 points in the first half. Eventually, the Lakers cut the lead to 99-97 with 11.8 seconds to play. On the final possession, after Kobe and Shaq missed consecutive layups, Sacramento center Vlade Divac knocked the ball away from the basket in an attempt to run out the clock. However, the ball bounced right to Horry, who hit a three-pointer as time expired to win Game 4 100-99. A day later, Magic Johnson said Horry was one of the 10 best clutch players in league history. The Lakers would eventually win the series in 7 games and swept the New Jersey Nets 4-0 in the NBA Finals to complete a three-peat. Horry started all 4 games in the finals. A situation similar to Game 4 happened on March 5th, 2003 in a game against the Indiana Pacers when, while the game was tied at 95, Pacers center Jermaine O'Neal swatted the outside pass for Shaquille O'Neal right into the hands of a wide-open Horry, who calmly hit the game-winning shot. In the 2003 playoffs, the Lakers were attempting to win their 4th straight NBA championship, but in Game 5 of the Western Conference semifinals against the Spurs, Horry's chance for another game winner rattled in and out with 5 seconds left, wiping out the Lakers' rally from a 25-point deficit. Horry went 0 for 18 on three-pointers in the series, and the Lakers were eliminated in 6 games. Following the 2002-03 season, Horry became a free agent. Citing concerns over family, all of whom lived in Houston, Horry signed with the San Antonio Spurs. During the 2002-03 season, the Lakers had leaned heavily on Horry, with the Spurs coach Greg Popovich cut Horry's minutes significantly, resulting in renewed success. In the 2003-04 season, the Spurs won 57 games and reached the 2004 playoffs, where they swept the Memphis Grizzlies in 4 games, before losing in 6 games to the Los Angeles Lakers. During the following season, the Spurs reached the playoffs and went on to win the 2005 NBA Finals. Horry played a significant part in the team's success, going 38 of 85 behind the three-point line in the 2005 playoffs. In Game 5 of the 2005 NBA Finals against the Detroit Pistons, Horry provided more heroics in the fourth quarter to boost San Antonio to a win and a 3-2 series lead over Detroit. After only scoring 3 points in the first 3 quarters, he scored 21 of the Spurs' points in the fourth quarter and overtime. The Spurs went on to win Game 5, 96-95, after Horry hit a game-winning 3-point shot with 5.9 seconds left. His late-game heroics at age 34 were so astounding that prominent ESPN columnist Bill Simmons said of the performance, "Horry's Game 5 ranks alongside MJ's Game 6 in 1998, Worthy's Game 7 in 1988, Frazier's Game 7 in 1970, and every other clutch finals performance over the years." After winning the series in 7 games, the Spurs won their 3rd NBA championship in 7 series, and Horry received his 6th championship ring. During the 2007 playoffs, Horry hip-checked Phoenix Suns' point guard Steve Nash, which resulted in a flagrant foul on Horry. During the ensuing commotion, Raja Bell was assessed a technical foul for charging at Horry. Horry was ejected from the game and suspended for games 5 and 6. Amari Stoudemire and Boris Diaw, who left the vicinity of the bench, were issued a suspension for Game 5. The Spurs won the 2 ensuing games and subsequently moved on to the 2007 NBA Finals, where they swept the Cleveland Cavaliers, winning their 4th NBA title and Horry's 7th individual ring. He began wearing the number 25 again after the 2006-07 season. After the 2007-08 season, Horry became a free agent but went unsigned, marking his last professional season. Horry is one of only 9 players to have won 7 or more NBA championships, and the only one who did not play on the 1960s Celtics. Horry was one of only 4 players to have won back-to-back NBA championships with 2 teams as of 2007. In 2005, he became the 2nd player after John Salley to win the NBA championship with 3 teams. At the time of his retirement, he was the all-time leader in playoff games played with 244 games through the 2008 playoffs, having surpassed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Horry has held the record for all-time three-pointers in the NBA Finals with 53, having eclipsed Michael Jordan's previous record of 42. Horry set and still holds the NBA playoffs record for most three-point field goals made in the game without a miss, with 7, against the Utah Jazz in Game 2 of the 1997 Western Conference semifinals. Horry has regular season career averages of 7 points, 4.8 rebounds, 2.1 assists, 1 steal, and 0.9 blocks per game. But he was always better in the playoffs, where he averaged 7.9 points, 5.6 rebounds, 2.4 assists, 1.1 steals, and 0.9 blocks per game. And even better in the finals, where he averaged 9.7 points, 5.9 rebounds, 2.9 assists, 1.3 steals, and 1.2 blocks per game. He shot 39.2% from three-point range in his finals career. Horry and Steve Kerr, another famous reserve player and clutch shooter, alternated NBA championships for a decade and combined to win 12 championships over a 14-year period. Either Kerr or Horry was on the roster of an NBA Finals team from the 1993-94 season through the 2002-2003 season, with everyone resulting in a victory. Horry's teams were victorious in the NBA Finals in 1994, 95, 2000, 2001, 2002, 2005, and 2007, while Kerr's teams were winners in the NBA Finals in 1996, 97, 98, 99, and 2003. Each won 3 titles playing for Phil Jackson coached teams, Kerr with the Chicago Bulls, Horry with the Los Angeles Lakers, and 2 with the San Antonio Spurs. Horry was the first player to accumulate 100 steals, 100 block shots, and 100 threes in one season. In 2010, he was inducted to the Alabama Sports Hall of Fame. Horry has played in 3 Game 7s, which went to an overtime period. The 1993 Western Conference semifinals as a member of the Rockets, the 2002 Western Conference Finals with the Los Angeles Lakers, and the 2006 Western Conference semifinals with the San Antonio Spurs. These remain the last 3 instances in which an NBA Game 7 went to overtime. If any basketball player wanted to know what it is like to shoot for the win when the game is on the line, take a look at Robert Horry, a clutch role player that delivered championships to 3 teams in his 16-season career. Thank you, Big Shot Rob, for being the chosen one when it comes to victories in the league. This is Basketball U. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And also, follow all of our social medias right there in the description to keep yourself up to date, as this channel will have a lot of basketball, a lot of players, and a lot of training and more information on how to play the game of basketball. Remember, someone's always working. Are you?